It's your boy ConcertViz34. I want to talk about the Black Keys fiasco at the Wiltern in Los Angeles. This was on Thursday, which was the 19th of September. And I missed this story when it came out, but I did catch it late Friday night, yesterday on the 20th, and I'm recording this on the 21st. And I want to talk about what disastrous errors were made in this process and what happened exactly. But essentially, if you bought from a secondary marketplace, if you bought a ticket for this intimate show from a secondary marketplace, you were turned away. You could not even, they wouldn't even scan your ticket. And apparently the mobile tickets from the point of purchase, the box office at the Wiltern, which is managed by Live Nation Ticketmaster, these mobile tickets change whatever QR code they had every 20 minutes. So even if you got a transfer from a Vivid Seats or a StubHub where they got the seller's mobile ticket and they're transferring it to your phone, that ticket would not be valid. And the tickets were non-transferable per the Wiltern. The issue is this was not communicated allegedly to StubHub, to fans, to other people. They're claiming they did not see this. They were not hearing about this. On the ticket, it did not say anything specific like tickets are, other than the normal language they have on tickets for mobile tickets. So you have finger pointing where the venue is saying, hey, you shouldn't buy from StubHub or you shouldn't buy from Vivid Seats. See, we always have warned you about this. This is the day you're going to learn. I don't care if you paid $700, we're turning you away. And the issue with this isn't only bad for the StubHubs and Vivid Seats. This is bad for the venue. This is bad for Ticketmaster, Live Nation, regardless of if it was the fault of the people not looking at the communications. You don't want a couple hundred people of that 1,850 capacity. You don't want 15 people that are mad and belligerent outside because they spent their hard work, even though I don't think they should have paid $700 like one mother did for 3 tickets for her and her kids. Your kids? You kidding me? No, I'm sorry. One of them was like under 10. No, I'm not paying for your like that much, $700 for all 3 of us to go. Anyway, but the point is, people put their hard money towards this, whether you agree or disagree with them buying from a broker for that amount, and they get to the venue, they're upset. That's a bad look for the venue. That makes security's job harder. It makes the venue for future concerts where they need to get that marketing out and they need to fill it up, but it's not as popular. That's not a good look. So on the venue side, here's what they did wrong. They did not make these tickets will call pickup hard stock ticket only. If they would have only allowed tickets to be printed the day of the show as you're entering, and you have to show your ID. If you purchase a ticket for 3, you and your 3 friends, you have to be there, show your ID, your friends have to confirm they're with you, and then you guys all go in together. If that was the process, and not you pick up will call 5 hours before, then you can hand it off to someone in the street. No, pick it up, go in. If that was the process, there wouldn't be this big backlash and anger and finger pointing that happened. So this was just stupid by the Wiltern. They should know. If you're in this industry, you should know better, because this is what a lot of people do when they have these intimate concerts. When they have these very, like Bruce Springsteen on Broadway. Now those may have been electronic tickets, what have you. But when you have something like that and you want to control it, and when you sell tickets for $25, see, Springsteen on Broadway was expensive. But when you have a $25 ticket and you want a fan to get it, make it a pickup only, pick it up and get in. Otherwise, you're going to have reselling. You're going to have issues. Now, maybe you could argue someone picks up their ticket and they say, these are my friends, and they charge these other people, on the street, or like, beforehand, pay me, $100 each. But at least they have to go in. That broker has to go into the show. Whoever's the scumbag trying to hustle people, they have to go into the show. And if they leave, they can't come back. You know what I mean? Because they scanned their ticket. So they can't just go in and then come back, hand the ticket to someone else, whatever. They have to go in. If they did this, there would not be as much controversy. And here's the thing. You could, these secondary marketplaces take risks. And you know where they won't take risks? They won't take risks when it comes to charity. They removed Pearl Jam. StubHub removed the Pearl Jam shows that went towards some sort of like hunger or some initiative. They took those off their site. They also took off the John Mayer and Dave Chappelle shows, the Controlled Danger shows that pop up every now and then in the last couple of years. And maybe there'll be one towards the end of this year for New Year's Eve, like last year. But long story short, StubHub will not take that risk. See, I know people who worked at Vivid Seats and StubHub. They have departments that say, they research and say, is it worth risking this for our customer experience? As scummy as these brokers are that they allow lists on there, if it's not worth the risk, they will not put tickets up. They will keep them off the site. So if there was a will call only, an ID only, and you have to go straight in, it wouldn't be on StubHub. It wouldn't be on Vivid Seats. It wouldn't be on Ticket Network. And Ticket Network here in Connecticut, they put tickets on StubHub and Vivid Seats. They have different. Anyway, it's a whole different mess. But they're brokers almost, and they put their tickets everywhere. And then they have machines that pull it off the other sites if it sells on StubHub. But if that was the case, they wouldn't list the tickets. Anytime you get a mobile ticket event, StubHub is going to take that risk. Unless there's something crazy or like a wristband or like some other form of ID that they know is true. So from past experiences, they know, all right, this event, you have to show your ID. They do show it. They're not just threatening us. They actually have to have your ID. Then they'll take it off too. But StubHub for Adele, they allowed brokers to put, a flash sheet or like a paperless ticket on a gift card and someone else get that gift card and go in. They will take risks for the profits and also to allow fans to buy. And for right or wrong, whether you agree or disagree, they will take those risks. But if there were standards set by a box office to say pick up only and you got to go straight in, StubHub won't take that risk. So I hold the Will Turn and the Black Keys and whoever was in charge of making these mobile tickets, that was stupid. You have 1,850 people that are coming into a Black Keys show. I saw them, and they were at a 30,000 capacity amphitheater here in Hartford, the Meadows. Now it's 7,000 seats, 7,500 seats, and then a 22,000 lawn. And they didn't fill up the entire lawn, but I mean that whole lower end was full. I was at the front; it was pretty lit, the front side. But I look back, everyone's full. So they're used to filling up these big venues. They should have took more precautions. The other thing I want to speak on is this. Now there's that pushback like there always is. There shouldn't be secondary ticket marketplaces, blah, 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 blah. That is also stupid. And that's the narrative that the box offices want to push. The box offices want you to think that it's scary to buy from StubHub or buy from another cash or trade or buy from another marketplace. The reality is this. A lot of shows, the concert bubble has bursted in America. You have your Rolling Stones, you have your Metallicas, you have your Dead and Company when they only have 4 or 5 shows. You have your Billy Joels and you have Elton John who's doing another show here in the New York area at the Nassau Coliseum. Those are going to fill up. But the majority of shows aren't selling well. Look at Blink-182. You could get tickets on StubHub for much cheaper. I'm going to Bastille, and I love this band, and the tickets are reasonably priced for Bastille here in Connecticut next week. But you know what? I'm not buying from the primary. I'm going to the secondary this week because the floor seats are much cheaper. They're like $20 or $30 cheaper on StubHub right now. And this is the case with big bands. Again, Blink-182, and we're looking at this Green Day tour, the Hella Mega Tour, or Mega Hella Tour, whatever it's called. And I've seen Green Day, and I've seen Weezer, and they're awesome live. But the prices they're asking on the primary, what's going to happen in 6 to 8 months when a lot of these bad seats don't sell and these mid-level seats don't sell for the ballpark tour that they're doing? They're going to be on StubHub for a lot cheaper. We need the secondary marketplace. It needs to be regulated a little bit, not too much, all right? But it needs to be just to be fair. And these companies regulate themselves. They check seller IPs. They ban sellers. They will do all this stuff. But at the same time, there needs to be this marketplace because what's happening now is Ticketmaster lost a bunch of lawsuits, right? They have a lot of money they got to pay in these class action lawsuits. And all they're doing is passing the buck back to the consumer by making these platinum seats, by raising the price. And you know what? The local person at your Live Nation venue is not profiting from it. Because I've talked to people that work at these venues. Both I know personally and both I've just been in the venue talking to them. They're not making these profits. Managers and regional managers, they're not making, it's going somewhere else up at the top of the food chain, or it's going towards lawsuits. But the ticket reselling and the variable pricing, you go on the pre-sale for the Hella Mega Tour, the pit was like 180 something. You finally get to the on sale and all they have is VIP pit. You pay $400 or $600. Are you kidding me? $600. Now the pit is popular, and it should be about 150 to me, because that's the demand of the pit for this Hella Mega Tour. You got Fall Out Boy, Weezer, and Green Day. But the prices that they are putting these tickets at for obstructed view seats on the field, for side view seats, which aren't that bad, but still, the prices that they are going ballsy with, they're just going, when the on sale happens, they are capitalizing on the fear of missing out. And they're saying, look, oh, get your tickets quick, get your tickets quick. And I see all these people commenting, oh, I got to get my tickets. I'm like, you're idiots, guys. This is a ballpark tour for Weezer and Green Day and Fall Out Boy. They've never had ballpark tours. They do festivals, but they do arenas. And some of these arenas, they don't always sell in smaller markets. So people are being hustled to be fearful of the secondary, to be fearful to buy tickets before they're gone. We need the secondary market list, because someone can say, you know what? I'm not buying these tickets right away. I'm going to wait till closer to the event, and I'm going to go on Cash or Trade, or I'm going to go on StubHub or Vivid Seats if it's reasonable. Or you know what? If it's not reasonable, I'm not going. That's the stand that we're able to take when we have a secondary marketplace. So overall, this disaster should be blamed on the box office, pickup only. The secondaries took a risk, and they because it was mobile tickets, and they should not be. They're going to have to take accountability and give their fans the money back and all that. You know, they're going to have to go above and beyond as well, give some coupons, what have you. But ultimately, we need this secondary market. As evil as it looks for, again, the Rolling Stones and the Who and all this other stuff that is very expensive, when the box office, the Ticketmaster is trying to play broker. And the only way to even the odds is to have a StubHub or Vivid Seats, because guess what? If the demand is not there, a ticket broker will lower the price. We have Farm Aid today. Last I checked last night, Farm Aid lawn seats were going for $20 on Vivid Seats. $20. That's not the face value. And I support the farmers that are going to profit off the nearly sold out event. But if the demand is down for Alpine Valley Farm Aid this year, a consumer can go in today and buy a ticket and have it ready to go to Alpine tonight for Farm Aid. That's how the process works. That's the American way, to have that market to balance it. But that's all I got for this. Let me know what you guys think. This was an easy fix to me. Definitely like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.